Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Pia. Hope you are doing well. And today is like a very random video, but I thought so. Like basically, I just recently went to a dermatologist like last week, and I learned a lot of stuff which I was unaware of. And I thought it's only fair that I come and share everything that I've learned with y'all, so you'll have like a better understanding if it helps y'all. And yeah, so it's gonna be all over because I have not made notes. I literally was sleeping, in the next second I was like, you know what, like I think I should just share what I have learned with whoever this video reaches to. So that's the point. So it can be like a little bit haywire, so sorry for that, but stay tuned if you all are really interested in learning something more about your skin and your hair. Okay, so I will start from the basic. As I went to her and she asked me, she's like, what is your basic concern? And I was like, for me, obviously, it's like acne scarring, and like I'm having like crazy hair loss. Yeah, so I thought that I needed to address the situation, which is why I went to her. Now, the first and the basic questions she asked me if my vitamin D3 levels and my B12 levels were sufficient. And luckily, a couple of months back, I got my tests done, and they said that my vitamin levels were normal, which is why it is good because these both factors, vitamin D3 and vitamin B12, can affect your skin and your hair, mostly your hair, a lot. And me being a vegetarian, I think I'm very insufficient of them, but I take supplements for the same. So I think if you too are having a hair loss kind of a thing, then get your D3 and vitamin B12 levels checked. Then the next thing she asked me for my skin was about my diet, how much sugar I was consuming. And at the time, I majorly was just having like one dark chocolate piece a day, but the last week I had so much of chocolate because of everything that I was getting at home, which is why this happened. It still calmed down. It got really bad, and I'm sure it's all because of the sugar. So she told me, she's like, if you can, try avoiding the dark chocolate as well. But dark chocolate is comparatively safest to every other chocolate that you can have. That too, limit it as much as you can. And she asked me how my diet otherwise was, and I genuinely have like a good diet. I don't eat outside a lot, like maximum once a week. um I usually have like good acha ghar ka khana, roti, sabzi, dal, rice, and I make a lot of salads at home, and like I twist and turn around my veggies and my fruits a lot. I don't compromise on that. She asked me about my sleep cycle because that plays a very important role in your skin and your hair. Luckily for me, that was covered as well because I have a habit of sleeping at around 10:30, max to max 11 o'clock. A lot of people these days sleep at 1 and 2, and a lot of issues start, and a lot people think that your sleep cycle is not that important, but please google, please read about how your basic sleep cycle can impact your entire lifestyle and your health. Then the fourth thing she asked me is exercise. Exercising 3 to 4 times a week is the bare minimum, and it's also enough to I just contradicted myself. Anyway, I try working out at least thrice a week because I usually come home really exhausted. So which is enough is what the doctor told me. But it's important because you have to, like, you release all of your toxins, you keep your body fit, you keep your body healthy. Once your body is healthy inside, it automatically, I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me, it automatically starts showing on the outside. And I genuinely see the difference in my body and in my skin when I'm exercising compared to when I'm not. So I think all of these basic lifestyle factors are very important, and we don't really pay attention to it a lot. Now, coming to the routine, she asked me my skincare routine, and my skincare routine was quite intensive. So I was like, oh yeah, like I'm so confident about this. And I told her that in the morning, like, I use vitamin C, and then I use my ceramide moisturizer, and I use an SPF, and at night I use tranexamic acid and azelaic acid and niacinamide sometimes, and then I use like a chemical exfoliant once a week. And the doctor was so petrified. She's like, you're using too many actives, which I was unaware of because the doctors I was following, the doctors that earlier told me to follow this routine, said it was okay for my skin, but I did not realize that like every doctor has their own set of values, I think, or what works for them. And I think the doctor at that time probably gave me what my skin needed at that time. It should have not been continued. um so she really narrowed down my routine a lot, and she told me to stop using vitamin C for starters because that should not be used when you have active acne, and I have a lot of active acne situations, so she told me to completely stop on that. So instead of using vitamin C in the morning, she shifted my morning skincare routine to azelaic acid, a moisturizer, and an SPF. That also, she told me that if you're in a place, if you're applying your SPF with a two-finger rule, which should cover your face, your neck, and your ears, and the neck behind too, it should be enough. She said unless you're getting exposed to sun, if you're in closed indoors, you don't really have to necessarily reapply your SPF. Then for night, she told me just to use niacinamide. So she basically advised me to use the Bioderma ka CBM green color ka, it's like a moisturizer which has niacinamide in it too. She told me to use that, but I already had mine. So she told me to alternate between niacinamide and that moisturizer. That is it. She told me to stop using all the chemical exfoliants right now. She's like, your skin does not need it. And mind you, I have a combination and oily skin, which I thought was only oily earlier, but because of all the medications that I took earlier, I think it turned out to be like a bit of a combination now. But she said that don't go in using a lot of products because then it's going to overdo your skin and it's going to cause more harm. Another thing I asked her is what is the right age to use retinol, because on Instagram these days you see every 20-year-old using them as well. And she said that the best time to start using is 30. She said your 20s are still very active. You can, you still have good collagen production. You don't need that. So to anyone who's hearing this who thought of starting retinol, I think 30s is the best time. She told me to start. So, another thing she told me was the basics changes, as like I used to preferably wash my face with hot or warm water. She said that face should only be washed with cold water, and the same with your hair. These are very basic lifestyle changes that we are very unaware of. Then for spot treatments, she gave me two. She gave me one Deriva, which is a combination of adapalene and a clindamycin, which is to be applied only on the active acne. And then she gave me kojic acid cream or kojic cream, which is to be applied on your dark spots only. So that helps with hyperpigmentation. That is it. Like, this is what my skincare routine is. My products have literally come to half their size, half their quantity, whatever. Moving on to hair, there's not too much on hair. She just basically gave me like a bunch of vitamins that I need to consume, like zinc, magnesium, etc., which does not go into your body regularly. She asked me which shampoo conditioner I was using, and I told her that I'm not very happy because for my hair type, you don't really have great products out there. So she advised me to use Kerastase, which is expensive, but that's she said that it really works very well. So she told me to that, and I asked her that when is the right time, like how many times can you wash your hair in a week? And she's like, you know what, Pia, honestly, even if you wash your hair every day, it's all right. It's just the quantity of shampoo decreases, obviously, if you're washing it every single day. And I'm a dental intern, so I usually am a lot of mask and head cap, which is why I like the mask nay. I get that too. So she said that the moment you realize that your hair is getting oily, just wash it. And I think it makes sense because when your hair gets more dirty. And she also told me that whether you have dandruff or not, it is advisable to use an anti-dandruff shampoo once a week on your scalp for a good 15-20 minutes, then rinse it off with a regular shampoo and go ahead with your conditioner. Never ever skip out on your conditioner. Even if you have straight hair, for curly hair you have no choice, you have to use it. I mean, you won't get this otherwise. But yeah, and also wash your hair with cold water only. Another thing which I forgot to mention is that she told me to continue using a salicylic acid face wash, which I already was. I use the one by CeraVe, and it's a really good brand, and it's very recently started also giving the products in India now. So I think it's very nice that you guys can go buy it. So other than that, she told me not to pick on my pimples, which is something I do very often, and I know a lot of other people do it with me, and I agree. I have not touched this now, and I see that they are healing faster. So, like, let's all try together and not do that to our skin. Um, then I think that's all. Yeah, my mom also showed her, consulted her for her skin, and she has excessive dry skin type. And I mean, of course, there's an age difference, but the basic thing she said for dry skin is that just use as much hyaluronic acid as possible. Like, just, like, fill your skin with like ceramides and peptides and like hyaluronic acid and everything to do with moisture. Don't overdo it at all. So I think the one thing I learned out of all of this is just like, keeping your skincare to the bare minimum will actually work for your benefit. There's no need to buy excessive products and use like an extensive and intensive skincare routine when the bare minimum can really help you. And she also said that I thought I needed micro needling, which is the basic procedure you do for acne scars, and a lot of people like me think so, but I feel until you go to a professional and get your skin consulted, please don't do anything, because a lot of people out there who just can very easily do it for you, but you probably don't need it, and it can like harm your skin more than you think. So if you have major skin issues, it's always better to show your skin to a dermatologist, and do it in the right time so you can get the right help. And I hope that even one of the tips helped y'all. If y'all are from Pune and need a dermatologist, let me know. I will let y'all know who I went to, and I can recommend you a few. And yeah, see you next time.